Hello aspirants, welcome to our YouTube channel, Time for Bank and SSC CGL Exams. And today's topic for discussion is para formation with sentences and exclusively covering SSC CGL exam questions. And para formation questions are commonly found in many competitive exams. But let us focus on the types of para formation questions given in SSC CGL exam and the difficulty level. And before we continue the topic, here is a gentle reminder. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, Time for Bank Exams yet, please do subscribe. Do press the bell icon so that you get all the notifications related to the videos that are posted here on a regular basis. And get into the discussion. Directions, as you know, we have to read the directions carefully. In the following question, sentences of a paragraph are given below in jumbled order. Arrange the sentences in the correct order to form a meaningful and coherent paragraph. And you normally address this type of questions as para formation questions. Alright. So, what should we do here? It's not that you read the sentences randomly and connect them or combine them. That doesn't work. You have to follow a certain strategy or methodology in answering these questions. And what is that strategy? Let us discuss that first. If you know the strategy perfectly and apply it meticulously, your answers will definitely be correct. So, when you are reading these, first you should focus on the clues. What are the clues which help us in answering these questions? So, find the clues. First thing, topic of the paragraph. Right? Topic of the paragraph. So, after reading 2-3 sentences, you know what the topic is. If you know what the topic is, you can guess how the author develops the idea there. Second, tone of the statements. Tone of the statements. Right. What is this tone? Positive tone or negative tone? Okay. You know that one particular statement is in positive tone. Another statement starts with conjunctions like but, yet, still. So, you can combine them easily and directly because but is a conjunction used to join one positive idea and one negative idea or one negative idea and one positive idea. So, tone helps you in forming the pairs. Then third, flow of thought or idea flow. So, how do you connect the ideas that are given here? So, you should know what is that flow of thought. Focus on this flow of thought or idea flow. And fourth one, direct clues, structural clues. What are these structural clues? Pronouns and conjunctions. So, you should never ignore the pronouns and conjunctions that are given in the sentences. Alright? How? Pronouns are I, we, you, he, she, it, they, this, that, these, those. Fine? He did it. What do you do? They did it. What do you do? He and they are pronouns. So, you have to find the nouns related to these pronouns. Do you understand? So, that will help you. Direct connections. Similarly, conjunctions like and, both, and, not only but also are used to join two positive ideas or two negative ideas. Alright. And this has been developed by. So, the previous one also should be positive. So, we can connect these two statements easily. But this is not fair. But this is not fair is negative. So, what should be the previous one? Positive. Got it? So, take these clues. Keep these clues in mind and try to find the combinations. Okay? Right. Now, we'll look at this step by step. We'll apply the strategy. Next step. What's the next step? Strategy. right? We took the clues. Now, what is the strategy here? What should you do? First thing, identify the opening statement. Identify the opening statement or introduction. Okay? So, remember, my dear aspirants, remember that we are not writing an ideal paragraph here. So, you need not have a proper introduction and proper conclusion. Keep that in mind. You may or may not have. Our job is to rearrange the statements in a proper order. Alright. It need not have a proper introduction and conclusion. But we take it as first statement. That's why I don't say first statement, I mean introductory statement. So, opening statement. Second, identify the closing statement. Alright, closing statement or concluding statement. Third, form the pairs or combinations using the pronouns and conjunctions. Form the pairs or combinations with the help of pronouns and conjunctions wherever there is a possibility, or idea connection also. So, how do you have these combinations? CB or BC. Alright. So, that's how you can form the combinations. Then, 4. Choose the correct option. Choose the correct option that goes with your combinations. Do you understand? So, this is how you have to work. Alright. Now, let us apply the strategy and get the answers right. Okay. When it is cold up north, summer delights can be shipped from the sunny southern hemisphere. Alright. So, when there is severe winter in the north, summer delights, that is summer, delicacies, like, summer fruits or vegetables are shipped from the southern part to the northern part. Understood? So, what's the clue here? Can be shipped. Okay? Take the clues, please. When you are reading the sentence, don't just read it just like that. Take the clues. Globalization means an almost endless supply of healthy summer fruits and veggies that denies seasonal variations. Alright, so you can export them anytime irrespective of the seasonal changes. Do you understand? What is that denies seasonal variations? See, in winter, northern people are enjoying summer veggies and fruits. Do you understand? So, denying seasonal variations. Okay. And what is the connection between A and B? Do you find a connection? Endless supply. Endless supply and can be shipped. These two can be connected. We are only thinking of possibilities, please. We are not deciding. So, let us see what. When it is cold up north, summer delights can be shipped. Very good. Globalization means. So, if the introductory statement is globalization, the topic should be about globalization. But the topic of the paragraph is not globalization. The topic is, right, supply of summer fruits. Okay. What exactly is in season during the summer? Again, summer. So, you are talking about summer season, not globalization. So, this can't be the opening statement. Simple. Okay. What exactly is in season during the summer? Question. And what should follow the question? Immediately, it is tough to tell. Do you understand? We don't have the pronouns or conjunctions as clues here to form the pairs, but the flow of thought. So, what do? CE is the combination. And we are confident about this combination, so we are not going to change it at all. And one suggestion, please do not go to the options when you solve these. Options are not easy. They are confusing. It's not easy. So, better to form at least 2 combinations and then go to the options. Otherwise, you may end up in trouble. Okay. So, you will be confused and then you have to come back and do it again and again. Right. Avoid that. Go on. The end result. The end result is what? Conclusion. Right. So, a topic is discussed and end result is this one. So, this is undoubtedly the conclusion. Going by the tone, right? This is conclusion. That's the last statement. End result is a nation or nations of northerners with only a vague concept of seasonality. Vague, unclear. Or a seasonal. They don't know what season is that, because in winter also they get summer fruits. Understood? Okay. Now connect it. CE is one combination, and then we decided D is the concluding statement. Alright. What should come after E? Now let's look at it. What exactly is in season during the summer? It is tough to tell. When it is cold up north, are you listening? When it is cold up north, summer delights can be shipped. So you can say, you can take CE, okay? And then what should come later? Globalization. Or say, if you look at the connection, globalization means an endless supply. How is it endless supply? Summer delights can be shipped. Put it aside. B. B should be followed by A. And then D is the conclusion. Do you get it? Connection, endless supply of this. How do you give that endless supply? Can be shipped from the sunny southern hemisphere. Okay. So BAD is one combination. C is another combination. So with this, you go to the choices. Or read the statements, all the statements, and check whether they make sense or not. Okay. So where do you have CE, BAD? Alright. So CE is not there. You can eliminate. Alright. And CE is here. But B can't be the opening statement. Alert. Because if you pick this as the opening statement, the discussion should be about globalization. Whereas that is not the case here. So, no. CE, BAD, correct. And A can't be the opening statement again. Is that clear? So, our answer is 3. I hope you followed the explanation. Next. In most cases, once the arbitrator hears the evidence, arbitrator is mediator. Arbitrator is one who settles the dispute between two persons or companies or countries. Okay? Fine. The evidence, he or she hands down a binding decision. Alright. So, we are talking about arbitrator, a binding decision. Alright. He gives a decision after checking the evidence. Right? After checking both the parties. The third party renders an opinion. Third party. Alright. Renders an opinion or recommendation which the parties may choose to accept or not. The parties, right? The opposing parties, the parties which are in dispute. Okay. They agree, pronoun, never ignore the pronouns. They agree to let an impartial, professionally trained arbitrator make a decision that will end the dispute. Alright, okay. Fine. Who are they here? The two parties. Alright, let's see. Arbitration is where parties state their views and offer evidence at an arbitration hearing. So, the entire paragraph is about arbitration. So, what's the topic? Arbitration is the topic. So, don't you think that we should start the discussion or start the paragraph with this statement? Yes. So, this is good as intro statement. Alright, introduction. Okay. Parties state their views. Parties state their views and evidence and so on. They agree. Who are they? Parties. So, this is what I am talking about. Direct connection. Fine. So, what's the combination? D, C. Direct combination. Direct connection. Fine. There is, however, also non-binding arbitration. Some arbitration is given. Here, this is. Alright, A. And there is, however, in spite of this binding decision, there is, however, also non-binding arbitration, alright, where the disputing parties put their case before an impartial third party. You get it? So, arbitrated and then comes the third party. So, what's the connection? A and E are connected. AE. Okay, and then the third party renders an opinion. B should be the ending statement. So, DCAEB is our order. So, check whether you have DCAEB or not. Okay. So, if you are confused, say DA. Suppose. No, impossible. DC is perfect. Alright. DCAEB. right? AEB wrong. All right. Answer is DC AEB. Is that clear? Right. Let's go to the next one. This is comparatively easy, right? Simple and straight connections. Next one. Change in the model. This is a different model. Now let's read the directions. In the following questions, for the 4 sentences S1 to S4, paragraph below, sentences S1 and S4 are given from the options PQRS. Select the appropriate sentences for S2 and S3 respectively. So S1 and S4 are fixed. Alright, we don't change. And you have to choose these two. Alright, okay, let's see. Same, the logic is the same, the technique is the same, only thing is model is different. Apply the same strategy, look for the clues. Ready? An old merchant accumulated great wealth during his lifetime. Very good. So this is about an old merchant who got so much of wealth. Okay. Something. They did coax him time and again. Who are they? You should know who are they. So you have to find the noun here. Agree? This is a pronoun. You should find the noun. Okay. They did coax him. Coax him is what? Persuade him. Request him repeatedly. Time and again, repeatedly, to divide the wealth. Yeah, obviously. Old merchant who had so much of wealth was requested by somebody to divide the wealth. Who must be those? His sons, daughters, or grandsons, granddaughters. Alright? Okay, kids or grandkids. But he paid no heed to their words. Alright, who are they? Okay. But never did he open the box and let his grandsons have a glimpse of the treasure. Alright, box is not mentioned anywhere, just underline that box. And grandsons. Alright. So we thought kids are grandkids. Fine. No connection, no clue, leave it like that. He had a big box full of gold coins and precious stones. Who is he? Pronoun. The old man. Alright? Okay. So let's go back. Can I take that here? Alright. He had a big box. Yes. Q. Alright? Okay. He had a big box with precious stones. But never did he open the box. Straight connection. Okay? QP. So Q and P should be one after the other. Okay. So we don't decide whether we can take these here or not. But connection. And let his grandsons have a glimpse of the treasure. Right? Okay. He never allowed his grandsons to look into the box. They did coax him time and again. Who are they? Grandsons. Direct connection. Grandsons is the noun. They is the pronoun. So I told you noun is grandsons. Agree? Alright. Now let's look at the other statements. Pursuit of wealth can become all-consuming, leading to a reduced overall quality of life. So the discussion is not about quality of life. The discussion is about old merchant. So this is irrelevant. Irrelevant, not related to the topic of the paragraph. That's why I mentioned topic is very important. Excessive wealth in the hands of a few individuals. You're not talking about a few individuals, right? You're talking about only one merchant. And all that economic inequality. Again, this is also irrelevant. Alright. So what's our answer? QP is our answer. So 1 is the answer. Very simple and straight. Next one. Are you ready? If there is a sudden outbreak of fire in your kitchen, how will you fight it? Tell me, how will you fight it? We pour water to douse the fire. As simple as that. Alright, now let's read. Okay. So I say we douse the fire by pouring water. Alright? Okay. But again, don't ignore. But is a conjunction used to join one positive and one negative idea. So first let us see whether this is positive or negative. But water does not work against all categories of fire. You cannot extinguish all types of fire by using water. Alright? Okay. So positive or negative? Negative. Okay? And what should be the preceding statement? Positive. Alright? We are applying the strategy. Go on. Of course, water is the cheapest readily available fire extinguishing agent. Okay. Industrial pollution, agricultural runoff and improper waste disposal can all contribute to water pollution. Outrightly irrelevant. Right? We are not talking about pollution. Irrelevant. You will immediately think of dousing the flame with water. That's what we thought. Agree or not? So what do? R is correct and R is the second statement. Done. Well, water is necessary for life. Excessive water in the form of floods can lead to property damage and loss of life. Again, this is irrelevant. Agree or not? All the statements have the words water or the information related to water. But is it contextual or not? Okay. Fine. R is done. We eliminated Q and S. We are left with what? P. Where do you put P? Now let's see. If there is a sudden outbreak of fire in your kitchen, how will you fight it? You will immediately think of dousing the flame with water. Of course, water is the cheapest readily available fire extinguishing agent. Perfect. Alright. Cheapest and readily available. You find water everywhere. So, you can do that. So, what should we write here? P. And tell me P is positive or negative? Positive. Cheapest, positive. Readily available, positive. Fire extinguishing agent, positive. This is positive. But water does not work against all categories of fire. So, our answer is RP. Do you have RP anywhere? Yes. So, this is our answer. Clear? So, look at the flow of thought. Next one. Right. Change in the directions. Each question below consists of 6 statements denoted by 1, P, Q, R, S and 6. Statements 1 and 6 are respectively the first and the last sentences. There is no change. Okay. Of a paragraph. Statements P, Q, R, S come in between statements 1 and 6 to form a complete paragraph, but not necessarily in that order. From the choices, select the correct arrangement that forms a logically coherent paragraph. So, different model where you have, in which you have first statement and last statement fixed, right? In between, you have the jumbled statements. Ready? Certain unsocial elements burnt down the Mandasa Road railway station on Friday night. Introduction is already given. So, what is the topic here? Unsocial elements burning down the railway station. How did they do it? When did they do it? Why did they do it? Obviously, that is the discussion. Right? Let's go. They forced him. Who are they? Alright? So, what do you know? P should be preceded by some statement. They forced him and also Sri Kanaka Rao out of his cabin and forcibly took away the keys. Who are they and who is him? That's a connection. Ready. The station master, Mr. Apparao, said on Saturday that about 15 to 20 youth arrived at about 10 p.m. on Friday. Alright, okay. So, 15 to 20 youth arrived. Go back. They forced him. Who is him? The station master, Mr. Apparao. Right? And also Kanaka Rao. So, what do you say? Q. QP. Agree with me? Alright. QP is the combination. Then, the unwelcome visitors found a barrel of kerosene in the storeroom which they used for burning down the furniture. Alright. We cannot connect it to the previous part. After the incident. So, that particular incident should be mentioned prior to this one. What is that incident? Burning down. Got it? So, what should it be after 1? S should come. So, 1S is the combination. Okay. And 6 is undoubtedly the last one. According to the southeastern railway officials, the loss is estimated around 5 lakhs. So, what should come before 6? R should come before 6. Alright. So, our answer should start with S, one S. And then we should have QP. Where do you have S and QP? Right. Look at QP. Where is QP? Here. QP is here, S is here, and R is before 6. Our answer is 3. Is this clear? Right. So, don't be confused. Form the combinations and then remaining ones check where you can put them in the flow of thought. Next one. Same type. Mr. Narasimha Murthy, Deputy Commissioner of Police, narrates an interesting case of a missing child. So, what's the topic here? This is about the case of a missing child. Where was the child missing? When was it missing? How was it missing? Okay, now let's see. Bound for Tenali, she boarded the Madras Express on December 1st when she noticed. Who is she? Alright, so there should be a preceding statement with a noun. You understand? Pronoun, noun. Okay. When she noticed a 3-year-old girl all alone in the compartment. Who noticed the girl? Okay. So what I tell you is, denote it like this. Alright, so it's easy for you. You don't forget what is what. Parents may claim her from the custody of the police. This is more like a concluding statement. Alright, ending, end. Okay. A retired headmistress returning from Tenali brought a girl to the police control room at Hyderabad and gave details of the incident. A retired headmistress, she. Retired headmistress, she, direct. Alright? Okay, bound for Tenali, she boarded. So what do we say? RP. She understands and responds to Telugu but is not able to tell her name or the names of parents. Who is this she here? Undoubtedly not the headmistress. Alright, who is the other she in the discussion? The missing child. So this she should be connected to 3-year-old girl. So what's the combination? PS. So RPS. Got it? Okay. Lot of water has flowed under the bridge. A department which was feared and scrupulously avoided is becoming friendly. So you're talking about police department being friendly, right? Helping people. Alright, answer RPS. Okay. So where do we put Q? End. RPSQ. That's it. So do you have RPSQ combination anywhere? Yes. So our answer is 3. See, simple and straight. Next one. Each question below has 4 sentences which when properly sequenced form a coherent paragraph. Select the option that gives their correct order. Yeah, simple and straight type. Ready. This silent indiscriminate decimator continues to either kill or maim people. Right? Okay. This silent, don't ignore, this is a pronoun. This silent decimator, what is a decimator? Decimate is kill people in large numbers, right? Large destruction, decimation. So, okay, this decimator continues to either kill or maim people. Kill the people in large numbers or injure the people. Maim is injure or wound a person in such a way that a part of his body is permanently damaged. Alright? Okay, so completely negative. Keep that in mind. And, okay, A should be preceded by some other statement. Remember. And A is what? Negative. So, what should be this? Negative. These are the simple and straight clues. Okay. The explosion at Sri Lanka's northern Jaffna Peninsula, where resumption of economic activity, you are talking about economic activity, remains a distant hope, is a stark example of the debilitating impact. This is important. Debilitating is what? Damaging, right? Weakening. Impact of land mines. Alright, so you are talking about land mines. Same story, decimation, kill or maim people. Obviously, land mines. Understand? Put it aside. Right? It's easy to say BA immediately, but let's read the other ones also. Right, we'll see that. Ready? Essentially, a macabre, ghastly, scary icon of claim over a territory, the anti-personnel land mine has come to serve as both the first and the last line of defense in conflict areas. You are talking about a dangerous place. Alright, it's a dangerous place. So, B and C are connected. So, we have to see whether it is BC or CB. Alright, let's see. BC or CB. Okay, fine. And then, in the interest of civilians, whom the government intends to protect, landmines have to be eliminated completely. So, the topic is about landmines. And what do you say about this statement? This should be the concluding statement. Agree or not? A problem was introduced and then discussed and then the solution is suggested. So, this is the concluding statement. Right, that's why don't stop at one point and don't be confused here. Read all the statements very quickly and then do the cross-checking. So, what you can do is, where do you have D as the concluding statement? You can do it that way also. But I don't recommend back solving, right? Okay, straight away back solving. So, you eliminated two choices, that's fine. After having two combinations or two straight clues, you can do the back solving. Alright, so 2 or 3, both have this. Now, what's the combination? A should be preceded, we said. Agree or not? A should be preceded by what? Or tell me, CB or BC. Okay. Now, where do you put A? Right. Now, next step. Let me take you to the next step. BC or CB, not able to decide. So, is it BCA or CBA? Alright. So, next level. If you can't decide between the two. So, what is the deciding factor? Is it CA or BA? Which is more appropriate? Are you listening? Alright. Okay. So, both the first and the last line of defense in conflict areas. Alright. This is silent. No. CA is not possible. Agree or not? No. What about BA? Yes. Why? This is silent indiscriminate decimator. What is a decimator? Explosion. Debilitating impact. Am I clear? So, it should be BA. You understand? So, where do you have BA combination? In 3. CBAD. Do you understand? CBAD. Is that the right answer or not? Yes. Alright. You cannot take A. Right? You cannot start with A. Simple and straight. How can you start with A? Ridiculous. Alright. You cannot start the discussion with a pronoun. This silent indiscriminate. No. So, look at that. Don't be stuck at BC or CB or BCA or CBA. Don't be stuck. Clear? Answer is 3. Next one. The concern over governance is not only felt within the less developed countries. So, he's talking about what's the concern about less developed countries? Governance. It is increasingly expressed by international agencies, particularly those responsible for providing financial assistance to those countries. So, the discussion is about less developed countries and the governance. Right? Concern over governance, there is no proper governance. Alright, positive or negative? Negative. There has been growing concern over the failure of governance in the last couple of decades. This is a general statement. So, you can take this as intro statement. Okay? Then, lack of development is now attributed more to the failure of governance. Alright. So, lack of development because of the failure of governance than the scarcity of resources. Right. Lack of development is not because of the scarcity of resources, it is because of failure of the governance. Understood? That means there is abundant supply of resources. Keep that in mind. Go on. It is felt that the country has vast resources. See? Connection. Vast resources. Human as well as material, and that poor governance has caused them to be squandered. Squandered, wasted, made useless, or kept idle. Squandered is wasted. Do you follow? Alright. Okay. Now, What do you say? B is the intro statement, there is no doubt. Where do you have B? You have only one choice that starts with B. Alright. So this is simple and straight. The choices are not made tight. But anyways, let us check. Okay, after B, failure of governance in the last couple of decades. It is felt that the country has vast resources, alright, and that governance has caused them to squander because of, failure of governance. Resources are wasted. Alright, okay, and then lack of development is because of failure of government. Alright, so connection DC. Concern over governance is not only felt within the countries but also international level. So it should be B, D, C, A. That's it. So though we got the answer in the first step itself, still it is better to cross-check all the time, especially when you practice. Got it? Right. Next one. The goals of modernization as set by our national leaders Mahatma Gandhi and Jawaharlal Nehru visualized taking India towards a social transformation which ensured justice, equality, freedom and inculcated the values of tolerance, rationality and democratic participation. So this is about goals of modernization and the vision of our national leaders. Alright, okay, positive. Its basic character rests in its goals and means. Fine. Yeah, it's about goals and means. Its basic character. What is its here? So B should be preceded by a noun. Agree? Alright. It was meant to make India prosperous. It was meant, not particularly something. Right? But C also should be preceded by a statement. It was meant to make India prosperous, technologically and economically, self-sufficient, democratic and egalitarian society without, however, eroding the value aspects of our past heritage and tradition. It was meant to make India prosperous. Right? Can we take A and C together or not? Yes? Okay. The goals of modernization. Alright, democratic participation. It was meant to. So it should be AC. Got it? Okay. Then the path to modernization in India evolved historically through national movement for independence. National movement. The path to modernization. Next comes the goals of modernization. It's not AD, it is DA. But anyways, we decided AC, so AD is not possible. So it is D. Alright? DACB. DACB. Do you have DACB anywhere here? Oh no, you don't have DACB. Alright, so it should be DABC. Agree? Now let's see. Let's look at this again. So start with what? The path to modernization. Right? It's about path to modernization. Okay. 1 second. Historically through national movement for independence. National movement for independence. Agree? Okay. National movement. Its basic character rests in its goals. So B should be preceded by D. Alright? Okay. 1 second. Right. This D is wrong. Let's look at it again. Alright. So, the path is national movement for independence. Its basic character rests in its goals and means. Alright? Okay, so it is DB. Okay, and after that, careful. Goals and means. Okay, the goals of modernization set this and so on. DBA. Alright, and then it was meant to make India prosperous. AC. DBAC. What's the answer? 2 is the answer. Alright, look at this one. So, of course, you try different combinations, AC or CA or whatever it is. Try that, look at the combinations and the answer is DBAC. Am I clear? Right, connect its basic character mainly DB. Okay, so you have DB only here. So, is it ACDB or is it DBAC? Simple and straight. You don't start with A because the discussion is not about goals of modernization. It's about modernizing India. Understood? Next one. It is based on self-governance involving citizens on all common matters. Alright. It is based on self-governance. What is based on self-governance? We have to check that. Okay. The limited areas, population and taste and functions of local government and functions of local government units provide wide scope for active involvement of the people. Okay. So, active involvement of the people. Self-governance, active involvement of the people. Connected. The decisions as to what is to be done, who has to do it and how it is to be done are made by the citizens themselves. Alright. Where do you connect that? AC? Yes. You can connect A and C. In the evolution of modern democratic governments, the emergence of local self-government is a unique phenomenon. What's the possibility of D here? Dear aspirants, it should be either introductory statement or concluding statement. Agree? Alright. Okay. So, going by the tone, you can decide this is intro statement. So, let's look at it. It's a unique phenomenon. Alright. After that, what should come? Right. Look here. Emergence of local self-government is a unique phenomenon. It is based on self-governance. Here it is. Self-government, self-governance involving citizens. Alright. Okay. So, D-A. Alright. After A, we have decided C. Why C? Citizens in common matters. So, decisions as to what is to be done and all that is taken by citizens themselves. So, D-A-C-B is the answer. Do you have D-A-C-B in the choices? Yes. What is that? 4. Option 4 is the perfect answer. Okay. So, all this one, active involvement of the people. So, suggestion and then discussion and then solution. Is that clear? Okay. So, this is how you have to rearrange the given statements in a proper order to form a coherent paragraph. I hope you followed the explanation and got a clear picture about how to answer this type of questions. Okay. And please do subscribe to our channel, Time for Bank Exams, and we give coaching in bank, SSC CGL, insurance, railway and other related exams. And apart from our YouTube channel, we do have other social media platforms like Telegram channel, Instagram and Facebook. And the links to all these are given in description box. And for classroom coaching, do contact your nearest time center and you find many time centers. For online courses, you can enroll at this URL. And thank you very much for watching this video and keep watching for more videos.